Hey, what up, Eagle fans? It's your boy Hada, back in the booth, man, with the most fire update on the reigning Super Bowl champions. Yes, I said it right. I said it correct. It was no mistake. Reigning Super Bowl champs. For some reason, y'all seem to forget that. But guess what? I'm here to remind y'all who we are. But look, man, the Birds are back officially. We officially back for OTAs. You know, the Eagles hit the field at the NovaCare Complex after a wild off season. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, we enjoying it, but you know they got to try to make it tough for us. But it is what it is. We ain't really tripping. You know, after the NFL draft, how we getting blackballed, still having a great draft. And yeah, even the push vote, that stuff that, you know, got passed, we're past it now. You know what I mean? Look, we all understand that it's not real football yet, right? But we getting there. And that's what I need everybody to understand. It's baby steps, man. We excited as a fan base, but we gotta go ahead and break everything down for y'all. You know, what has been happening at these spring practices. You know, it's all real facts here, man. That's all we do. We give y'all the real facts right here on the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast because, man, we don't know how to do nothing else. We the realists. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, man, to keep the channel on rotation. We're trying to grow the channel to 50,000 subs. And look, man, I appreciate everybody who's been rocking out with your boy. You know what I'm saying? But, man, OTA is back. We're going to talk about the schedule. You know, basically all the basics. Same thing we do every year, man. So, first off, man, this is phase 3 of the NFL's offseason workout plan. You know, if it's the start of the real, basically, the real on-field work, you know? This is the time where the Birds, man, they get back in sync. Like we discussed, we get the ball rolling, we get the playbook, the early playbook rolling. You know what I'm saying? Before training camp hits, man, we get loose. You know, Jalen's obviously out there throwing again, which just lets me know we going back. Jalen, this is voluntary, and Jalen is back already throwing. Jalen Carter. Ty Robinson is out here looking like a dog already. It's how we vision. It's real. That's what I need everybody to understand. But first thing, man, I want to talk about the schedule. Let's talk about the full schedule. I'm trying to make sure everybody is up to date. So May 27th through the 28th, and then we got May 30th, and then we got June 2nd through the 3rd, and then they come back on June 5th. You know, these are the dates. And then, you know, they'll wrap it up with a mandatory mini camp on June 10th. You know, the media will get their, you know, look later on that week. So we know we're going to have the videos flowing. You know what I'm saying? But today, man, we're here to give y'all the real breakdown on, you know, kind of what we've seen on the first day of OTAs, man. And the turnout to me already looked great. AJ Dillon posted a picture of him in his Eagle gear. Another guy who I look forward to, you know, backing up Saquon. I think he's going to do a great job, especially with the tush push not banned. I think that he's going to be amazing there. You know, we run a 2-back set with those two guys, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But let's talk about the offense, man. I want to talk about the offense because that's a concern for a lot of people. You know, with Kellen Moore gone, you know, he got the Saints head coaching gig. And yeah, man, we won a Super Bowl with him, but let's be honest. Let's be real, man. The pass game, it wasn't exactly lighting it up last year, you know. It wasn't our best attribute. Obviously, the run was. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember? Let me let y'all know where we stand. Number 29 ranked passing offense with an A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown, if y'all remember, he was even calling it out back in December. I think we all was calling it out, you know, especially when he was, you know, sitting on the side reading the book. We can't forget none of this stuff, you know, didn't happen. You know, with Kevin Patullo, you know, running the show right now, You know, if you don't know, he's been here since 2021. He's been running the pass game. He was the pass game coordinator, if y'all forgot about that. You know, I just need y'all to understand something. Don't expect him to turn the playbook upside down this spring. Real talk. We have Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. That's why y'all need not to be real concerned about that. Jalen Hurts has had a different coordinator the last 5 years. Jalen Hurts knows what needs to happen on the field offensively. Real talk, man. We won't know how he calls plays until the season's live. We know that for sure. But folks around the team believe he's ready for it. I believe he's ready for it. And when you have a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, he's not a rookie. You know what I'm saying? This is fifth year, 6-year quarterback. Jalen Hurts, he know what need to happen. He know what need to happen. So he should make Kevin Patullo's job that much easier. He should. It should be that much easier because Jalen Hurts already know what he has to do on the field, man. So let's be real, man. The birds ain't sneaking up on nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't none of that. We got the target on our back right now. We know that. We understand. We was the best team in the National Football League last year. The target is on our back. You know, and people want to, throw it in our face because we lost some key pieces in free agency. But what they don't really understand is that the Philadelphia Eagles is still stacked. We still stacked. We still got Sirianni, Vic Fangio still locking it down on defense. You know, the talent is deep. And yeah, I know the Eagles are still the Super Bowl champions. We got a first place schedule, the best team in the football. That's what the schedule reflects. But are we the favorites going into the season? I don't know, man. In my opinion, we are. But I know a lot of people don't probably feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are destined to go back. Look, I'm letting you know right here on the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast, the Philadelphia Eagles are most likely going back to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that. This team is still as good as advertised. The roster is still as good as advertised. The coaching staff is still here. You know what I'm saying? We only lost Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? But look, man, real quick before we jump out of here, I want to jump into the injured guys. Let's talk about that. It's no stress, in my opinion, if these guys miss OTAs because, like I said, it's voluntary. But here's who we're watching, because I know everybody probably watching. We got Nakobe Dean. He hurt with a torn patellar tendon. We got Jahad Campbell. He had shoulder surgery. We also have Nolan Smith. He is injured as well. We got Cam Jurgens, who's suffering from an injury as well. Landon Dickerson. These guys were hurt in the playoffs, man. So these guys are dealing with some injuries. Also, I'm pretty sure Ben Van Sumer is dealing with an injury as well. So there's some things to look at. No big concern. It's early. We don't want to get crazy. But if they're out there practicing, it's still a great sign. But like I said, man, it's still early. Look, man, this shows the dedication, from the guys the vets who even showed up, man. Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying? They're putting in work, man. That shows how hungry this team is. How we already ready to get back to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the competition, man. Because, these position battles are going to be something to look forward to. They're going to be something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So we got right guard. We got Becton. He went to the Chargers. If you ain't know that, you should. So right now, in my opinion, it's Tyler Steen's job to lose. We also got Kenyon Green. We also got Matt Pryor in the mix as well. So, that's going to be something to look at. At the cornerback position, another hole that everybody think is a really huge hole. But we got Slay, he out. Isaiah Rodgers is out. So now, man, we got to look at Khalil Ringo. He got the inside track. But we can't forget that we have Adoree Jackson as well. He was brought in as a vet. who I think can probably push Khalid Ringo. I just don't think that we should probably waste our time starting Adoree Jackson at corner. But look, I could be wrong there. Let's look at the safety position, another battle that's wide open. CJ Gardner-Johnson is gone, so now we got Sidney Brown, and also we got the rookie Andrew Makuba battling for that spot. That's something that we got to watch. That's going to be fire. The depth is looking crazy. And these guys are going to be playing next to Reed Blankenship, a guy who we trust, who's a leader on this defense, a leader on this team. Also, we're going to look at the edge rusher position. Nolan Smith is a guy, with Brandon Graham retiring and Josh Sweat in Arizona. I want to see what Nolan Smith does. We also got Jalix Hunt, who I think is going to have a breakout season. We still got Bryce Huff on the roster. Is he going to step up to the plate with him, getting healthier? We also brought in Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uche. These guys are definitely looking to make some noise. So look, these are some great battles, man. The position battle going to be crazy. Also, man, we got the linebacker position as well. We got to talk about that, man, because that position battle going to be crazy. We brought back Zach Bond on a fat ass 3-year, $51 million deal. But now we also have Jahai Campbell, N'Kobe Dean. These guys are recovering, getting ready to go. Everybody always seem to forget that we also have Jeremiah Trotter, a guy who could definitely get more snaps, definitely early on in the season, early on in training camp and mini camp and all these things. We could definitely be looking at a flash from him. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, the position battles are going to be crazy. It's going to be something to look out for, to look forward to. Look, man, these new faces in Philly, these guys are already starting out tremendous. These guys are great. The Eagles didn't drop any monster free agent bombs this year. We know that. We usually do, but this year we didn't. But, we made a lot of smart moves in the draft, refilling that depth, that rotation, especially on the defensive line, also with Andrew Makuba, Ty Robinson, but looking at these new guys that you're going to see in OTAs, like Azeez Ojulari, A.J. Dillon, like I spoke about, Josh Uche, Harrison Bryant, Adoree Jackson, like these guys are all looking to make a name here, man. Also, Avery Williams, I think that's a guy who we're going to be talking about a lot. Kylan Granson, another guy. Kendall Lamb, who people forget about as well. Kendall Lamb is a really good player. He's a really good player. And Howie Roseman is key when it comes to, getting guys that's ready to make the next step in their development. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Howie does. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, it's just only day one. It's a lot more coverage coming down the pipe, pause, and we're going to talk about it. But man, let's go ahead and wrap this joint up today, on basically what we've seen on day one at the NovaCare Complex. Defense is retooling. The defense is retooling, especially after losing Milton Williams and Josh Sweat, Darius Slay, Isaiah Rodgers. Can't forget that we lost Oren Burks in free agency. You know what I'm saying? So the Eagles had to retool, and we did that. I feel like we did that. But we did add, 10 rookies on draft weekend, which is amazing, including 2 SEC linebackers. You know what I'm saying? People like, come on, let's think about it. 2 SEC linebackers. An All-American pass rusher, 3 offensive linemen. Come on, man. This is the retool. And a local quarterback from St. Joe's Prep. You know what I'm saying? Right there in Philly. The Eagles put in work. We put in work. You know what I'm saying? And how we did it, he did it ever so quietly. Killed y'all. And we're going to be talking about this draft. I'm telling y'all, we're going to be talking about the talent that we got in this draft because, these guys are so good. You know, but in my opinion, man, I felt like the team energy was through the roof for the first day. You know what I'm saying? They back on the field since lifting Lombardi, you know, and it showed, man. The vibe is fire. The vibe is fire. It's always business as usual with this team. Back to work, hungry for more, ready to chase that third Lombardi. And look, man, I can't wait to report on it all season. Make sure you tapped into the channel, man, because I'm telling you right now, you're not going to want to miss this stuff. Look, man, we're going to turn up. We're going to turn up for sure, man, because the Birds is back to playing football. The Birds is back to playing football. You know what I'm saying? But this is your full breakdown on what's really happening with the Birds at OTAs. There ain't no clickbait, no drama, just facts. The Birds are locked in. We locked in. And guess what, man? We ready to defend that title. We ready to drop that banner on the Cowboys' neck when we bury him. Game 1 at the link. It's only right. It's only right. You know what I'm saying? But I need y'all to do me a favor, man. I need y'all to keep it locked right here on the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast for more updates. You know what I'm saying? As we peruse through and we get closer to training, get closer to training camp. Like, man, to keep it locked right here, man. And remember, man, we're running it back. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that. Y'all scared to say it, but I'm not. We're running it back. We're winning the Super Bowl again. That's how I feel, man. Look, man, you heard it here first on the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast. You heard it here first from Hada. And as usual, man, if you made it this far in the video and you felt like this puppy helped you out, man, please do me a favor, do the channel a favor, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man, so you're always up to date. But until next time, fly.
Yeah, I got them diamonds on me dancing, looking like they prancing. Always on my BI, we talking about expansion. Looking at a mansion, open up the benches, hanging off the blicking, empty out the sticking, shooting like I'm jamming. Chipwood, this good, sorry that I'm this hood.